Baby's moving. Makes my stomach turn. Well, do you know what? It's been a while, hasn't it? Hello and welcome to my channel. I don't even have an excuse. I've been rubbish. It's so hard to film when the children. Oh, the lighting's going to change. Fab. It's so hard to film. And do you know the funny thing? Look, I've got a box holding my camera. I wish I could show you, but I can't. So I've just got a weird line on my neck. Looks like I'm floating. Good. Not a whole lot I can do unless I hold you here. So, long story short, the kids had 6 weeks off school and the house was just not quiet in the slightest, so it was really, really hard for me to film. And now I'm going invisible due to light. This is wonderful. Okay. Welcome back. So many things to tell you. I am going to put you down. Please try and excuse this line. I mean, is what it is. It will go soon. Oh, can't do much about it. So, I haven't updated you on pregnancy in a very, very long time. There isn't a whole lot to tell. Firstly, let me go back onto my notes to find out when the last time I did update you. Let me find it. Oh, goodness. This has been a while, hasn't it? Okay. Wow. I am 30 weeks on Sunday. 30 weeks pregnant. Whoa. I've got 10 weeks left, which I'm so happy about. So, reading off of this, I will just tell you what's going on because I don't know what I informed you of last time. Okay. 21 to 26 weeks, this says. I have been a bit more tired. Do you know what? I could just read off of this and be like, I don't think I'm going to because, I mean, let's just talk about it. So, long story short, my asthma has been great. I can't really complain. It has been slightly worse than it was with the boys. I think that's down to just having a girl and different hormones. Great news, my eczema has completely cleared up. If you remember last time, it was awful. It has cleared up. However, if I do get a bite from an insect, it lasts freaking ages. I've got bites on my back and on my legs, and I've still got red marks that I can't get rid of. My skin has just been awful. It just does not seem to want to settle. I keep having breakouts one week and then being absolutely fine the next, and it's really, really frustrating actually. I would just like a normal level of clear skin or bad skin, but some days I wake up with completely perfectly clear skin, other days I have about 10 spots and they're just dotted, so it's really, really frustrating. I do have some now, which, I mean, is what it is. Female hormones, I'm supposing. There you go. I have developed some SPD, which is something to do with pelvis. When I walk, my pelvis really, really does hurt. So I don't tend to walk that far just because of the pain. But I can do most things as normal. Baby moves non-stop. It is actually ridiculous. I will put a video up in a second to show you just how much she is moving. I can't believe it myself. It's ridiculous. She is 100% a girl. Not only did we confirm it on the 20-week scan, we also had a 4D scan, and I'll put up some images for you to see. She's just perfect and beautiful and just, oh, it's so strange. I mean, I hate pregnancy. I find pregnancy the most single-handedly shit thing you can do in life. I'm not one of them, pregnancy's amazing, it's beautiful, it's this, it's that. I hate it. I don't enjoy pregnancy. Even when it's the perfect pregnancy, which this one has been, I have no sickness or anything. I just don't enjoy it. It's not fun for me. But it's worth it when you know you're going to have a baby at the end of it. So, swings and roundabouts. I don't tend to sleep at night, really. I woke up with tummy aches and whatever else because she's very, very heavy. She's very, very heavy now. I also use my pregnancy pillow all of the time. I don't like being touched. I get very, very irritated if Sam or one of the, not so much the kids, but Sam, if Sam wants to cuddle me, I'm like, oh, please get off me. I just need to be left alone. I get very, very irritated, which is not really nice for him or me, but it is what it is. What else? I constantly wee. I'm constantly going to the toilet. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It feels like every 2 minutes I go to the toilet. I can't hold a wee now. If I sneeze, I wet myself a tiny bit. If I cough, I wet myself a tiny bit. I mean, I just wet myself a tiny bit all the time. I found out a couple of weeks ago that my iron levels have just slightly dropped under what I would like them to be and what the midwife would like them to be. So I am eating everything enriched with iron. I have cereal about 50 times a day, Weetabix and Golden Grahams, because they are linked with a lot of iron, which is great. Just boring. Red meat, greens, things that I don't particularly love, I'm trying to eat as much as possible because I really don't want to take tablets and be constipated and all of the nasty things that accompany pregnancy. I don't really want to make them worse. But we will see. If by 34 weeks my iron hasn't risen, then I will obviously go to the doctors to get some medication to boost it. I have decided and settled on having a home birth. There are many reasons for this. Sean's labour was 2 hours and he was born inside of his waters. Again, I will go into that. I do want to get birth videos up for both of the boys, but that is a big factor in it, and they've said that as soon as my waters break, she will pretty much come rather quickly, and I don't want to have her in my car. Not only that, I went to the hospital that I would be giving birth in a matter of weeks ago, and a sign on the toilet said, due to the respect and hygiene of our pregnant women, please do not wash your feet in this sink. And for me, I can't, I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm well and truly happy for everyone's religion to be what it is, and I understand that people have to wash their feet before they pray and everything that goes on. But when you're going to do it in a toilet where pregnant people have to physically go to do urine samples, I just can't be in that situation. I can't put myself in that situation. It just makes my stomach feel a bit funny because I don't do feet at the best of times. And to think of any random stranger's feet being in there, I just can't. I can't. I'm sorry, I tried. I can't. Not only that, I don't particularly love the hospital anyway, so I would prefer to do it here. So yes, very settled on a home birth. I've actually met my midwife that will be delivering my daughter, and it's seemingly great. They don't touch you, they let you labour on your own. They just sit there watching you, basically. They don't do internal examinations unless you ask them to, which is what I would prefer because I had so many with Sean and Liam. They're very lovely. There's 3 main midwives. I mean, I don't need to go into the ins and outs of it. Unless you want a video on home birth, I don't particularly need to go into the ins and outs of it. But for me, it is the right decision and it's something that I want to do and I am going to do. And the funny thing is, I'm going to labour on a shower curtain, which I never thought I would ever say in my life. What else is there to tell you? My boobs are huge for me, they're just ridiculous. I've gone up to a size E, which I didn't think I would go up to until I had milk in them, but no, they're an E now, and they're going to just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Baby is fantastic. I have decided to take my belly bar out, which I'm happy I made that decision. At first I really didn't want to, but I feel like for me now it's the best decision for me. I was catching it quite often and so much was going on. I just thought, I want it out. I'm happy to take it out. Unfortunately, I do have an outie belly button when I'm pregnant, so it basically just looks like a third nipple. I will show you that in a second if you really want to see it. I've been very lucky. I haven't got any stretch marks as of yet. I mean, they could come, they might not. I don't know. They haven't come in my previous pregnancies, so I may just not be the type to get them because I do have quite elasticy skin. Is that a word? Elasticy. I've got quite a lot of elasticity in my skin. I know that's a word. And due to having eczema, I do tend to put cream on every single day, so I think that has also helped with that. But my mum and nan have never had stretch marks, so maybe it's just a gene thing. The boys cannot wait. They're so excited and it makes me really happy. Sam is thrilled, which makes me even happier. And there's been quite a few things that we've discussed. I have always wanted 4 children. Anyone that knows me knows that I've always wanted 4 children. I've always wanted an even number of children. And I've also wanted the same family unit as what I had, because I'm the only girl and I had 3 brothers. So I always wanted it, and quite honestly the way it's going, that would be how it would turn out, as I've got 2 older boys, so it's my brothers, and then obviously Liam and Sean, myself and the baby, which is both girls, and then my younger brother, and I would assume that I wouldn't be lucky enough to get a girl again next. But Sam and I have had a long chat about it, and I've had a realistic thought process, and I just think, as hard as it is for me to admit, I think this is going to be my last baby, because I'm going to have to get a bigger car, and we're going to need a bigger house, and we're going to need everything else that's going on, and it just, for now, this seems right. I don't know whether it will change in the future. I mean, obviously, if financial situations change and we can afford a big house and we can afford 4 children, then by all means, I think I would probably just keep going until forever. I do love a child, a baby, and I find children fantastically fun. My sons, just, they make my day so much better every single day. So I would, sorry, so I would continue to have children, and I know Sam feels exactly the same way, but financially it's just not something we can afford to do. And obviously we want to give the children that we have the best life possible, so when it comes to holidays and stuff like that, we don't want to have to limit them because of our own selfish wants and needs. So that's that. Hopefully it changes. I mean, I'd like it to change even if it was just one more, but right now I'm quite settled on the fact that this little girl is my last baby, and it's okay. I'm happy with that. We do still need to move. My landlady is still very, very poorly and has a terminal illness, so we will have to go. Right now I'm trying not to think about it too much. I do need to speak to my landlady in a bit more detail. However, the things that she's going through, I feel like I don't want to add any more stress and pressure to her, and her family, of course. But I think I know we are going to have to move. It's just that I would rather focus on the baby for right now and to not be so stressed about it all. As far as baby girl, I have got absolutely everything for her. Everything. She doesn't need anything else.